So like I was saying to you on Monday, like I I love bartending. I am good at bartending. When I feel like doing it, I come up with great drinks. I can entertain people. I can keep up a conversation. I can give you the best service you've had in your life. I can make you drink a drink you never thought you wanted to drink and have a good time with it. And it comes kind of naturally. It's like a little stage if done right. But it's not. I don't want to do it anymore. Like that was never my passion. It's something I fell into, and it's not feeding me.
Artistically.
Right. These days, it's barely feeding me, literally. And as a bartender, like just like with any industry, when people start seeing you in a certain light, that's the only way they see you. They will see you no other way. There's only 2 people in the whole city of DC bar industry who know that I have a degree in theater and have seen me actually, do it. So it's like, I'm not just this thing. I'm more than this thing. Get to know me more. It's a weird phenomenon. There are people who come to your bar literally every week at the same time, some of the same story, the same drink. You will know their whole life story. You will talk to them about yours. But you catch them on, say, a Tuesday, walking down the sidewalk, they won't recognize you because you're not standing behind the bar. It's the weirdest thing ever. When I say on a Tuesday, I tend to bartend on Mondays. So, one day. I know their whole romantic history, seen their whole entire relationships, where they live, jobs, childbirth, family issues, because we are like therapists, everything. We'll have been to their birthday parties, or invited them to mine, blah, blah, blah. But the second that they see me, the second I'm walking down the street and stop them to say hi, it'll be like, I know you from somewhere, but I don't know. I'm gonna be like, oh, I named the bar, name their drink. Like, oh my God. It's funny. So, everything I do says something. As an artist, one thing that makes you an artist, or one thing that makes things art, one of the things is choice, right? Choosing your medium, choosing your color, choosing what you're talking about, how you execute it. It's about choice. It just doesn't happen. It is purposeful. And if you're like artist, it's down to how you move through the world, what you put on when you move through the world. It's like just be very thought out, even when you're doing it by instinct. If you absorb enough, things will just become second nature. But you had to choose to get there. Although I will say, sometimes being an artist is not a choice. You get struck. You gotta do it. Anytime anybody buys anything, that's always a great experience. Even more so when somebody buys something that's not important. I have a lot of little experiences that are great for me, that make me feel like I'm heading in the right direction or have overreached. And I realize, sometimes I do these art markets. All artists kind of do it. They're figuring things out. And I was in this market in a bar once that my friend wrote. It was a Showtime. It's like a little bazaar, and had my stuff all set up. And the guy walks in the door and he sees my art. And then he sees me and he's like, "You're that guy? Like, I know your art. I never knew what you looked like. You're him." And I was like, "Oh, wow." And he immediately had to buy something. I'm like, dang, I didn't think, I was out there like that. So there's an experience of people knowing my work, but not knowing me. And it's gratifying. Right? Like, the greatest the greatest thing that has happened to me so far was when I was part of the Here We Show again at Strathmore. We got 2 paintings in that show. It would have been nice if someone purchased the paintings, but the people at Strathmore were very nice. And the artist that curated the show, Emin, like, I'm so thankful that she chose 2 pieces for my show, and where they hung my 2 pieces were very prominent. And on opening night, it was really cool. Like, my pieces are basically in the entrance hall across from each other. So people were in this prestigious art space that's been there for a very long time, and it was very busy, and people kept being like, I like that picture. I like, nobody was buying it, but they were looking at it. I saw one dude, an old guy, like, take out his phone and like take pictures of it. I'm like, the 2 pieces, as a matter of fact, are right behind you. So the mandrill and the chimpanzee that are framed, those 2, I just got them back from the Strathmore, and just got them back on the wall. Those 2 pieces, they were in there staring at each other. And like when I walked in that night, the lady who is in charge of the art program was like, oh my God, like, your paintings seem to emanate this outer glow during the daylight. They just have this warmth coming out of them. Like, it's like, thanks. It was, and you never know when somebody's, being generous or, if they really mean it, but it's always nice to hear, and just being that weirdo, watching other people's reactions to it, watching the kids react. Kids were doing, when I say kids, I mean like 10 and 12 year olds were like trying to do their TikToks and stuff in front of them, while I was trying to get a picture for my own records. I would just, give her room, and that was just that opening night. So I can't even tell you how many people, saw those paintings. And I says to one of the other artists in the show later, who's upstairs, named Jeffrey, I'm like, I really like your stuff, because I appreciate what most artists do, and I love talking to artists and figuring out that process. I'm like, I got really lucky with where they hung mine, and I'm really appreciative. And he's like, lucky? No, they knew what they were doing. Like, dude, really? To say that, no, you got a showcase, beautiful spot. They knew what they were doing. I'm like, I just figured they just put it there because, like, where else are we gonna put it? So to hear things like that, that's a great moment. That's a big deal. I don't really call it a creative process, because I don't really ever need something to get me started creating. It's one of those things. Everything else gets in the way of my creation, so it's more like the work process, the go to bed process, the eat meals process. Sometimes it's hard to choose between taking the next bite and drawing the next line.